Hey guys, it's Vara, and today I wanted to talk about some of the newer spoilers from Ravnica Allegiance, and these are mainly going to be focused on the ones that I think are very good, and ones that I've even talked about in stream last night while we were playing Magic the Gathering Arena, and these are just cards in general that are, to me, really stand out from the rest of the spoilers, so let's just get straight into it. So to me, this first card is the best card that has been spoiled so far, even though some of the cards have been phenomenal. This one I talked about in stream last night, and I personally would spec on this card if I spec'd in Magic. It's Pestilent Spirit. It is a 2 colorless, 1 black creature spirit with a 3/2 body coming out. So a 3, you know, for a 3/2, pretty normal. Menace and Death Touch, and this has been an effect, or an ability, that I have really waited for in Magic, that I haven't found a card that is just this plain upgrade, and it reads instant and sorcery spells you control have Death Touch, and of course Death Touches. Any amount of damage they deal to a creature is enough to destroy it. What a phenomenal freaking card. I have wanted a card like this for so long, and not only do I think that this is going to be, one, great in Rakdos, because I think that Rakdos is going to have, of course, a lot of burn in Standard, but also Orzhov in Standard. But besides Standard, I could really see this card being utilized well in Modern. You know, I could see this potentially making a Rakdos burn deck pretty damn powerful in Modern. I mean, Naya Burn's already really powerful, but I think something like this just really puts it all over the edge, and I just think this card is great. I personally think that this card will be a $15 to $20 card at first. It might sit somewhere between 13 and 15 after, you know, a couple weeks and the prices have really lowered, but I do think that this is probably my favorite card to be announced for Allegiance so far. So the next card, Sphinx of Foresight, is so good. I love it so much. 2 colorless, 2 blue, 4/4 body, 4 for a 4/4, pretty average, and it reads, you may reveal this card from your opening hand. If you do, scry 3 at the beginning of your first upkeep. It's got flying, and it says at the beginning of your upkeep, scry 1. This card is, of course, really, really great if you can reveal it from your opening hand. I know a lot of people will mill for this card. But not only that, just having the flying with the 4/4 is pretty good. And at the beginning of your upkeep, scry 1. That is really, really powerful. I think in Standard this is going to be huge in blue-white control, mainly because having those extra scries, having those extra draws, plus having a flying is really, really important. And I just think in general, this card is really good, honestly. This could be a card that I might be able to see make it into Legacy, and I usually don't say that for newer cards, but this card is just really, really freaking good. I know a lot of people are hyped for this card too, one of the cards that I'm super hyped for. But yes, Sphinx of Foresight, I think it's going to be a $5 to $10 card. Just really good overall. So the next card is one that I personally don't love it, but I don't hate it, and a lot of people are really mixed with this one too, so I figured we could talk about it. It is Mass Manipulation. It is a 4 blue, colorless X, of course. The X's are colorless. Look at me being so serious. It's a sorcery, and it says gain control of X target creatures and or planeswalkers. This card is too high of a cost in Standard, and I don't see it being played in any other format. I don't know, I think this is going to be a bulk rare, but there are people on the flip side that say this card is going to be a $10 card, this card is going to be great. I think it's, of course, great in something like Commander. Any card can really be utilized well in Commander, even if it can't be particularly utilized in Standard, or any other format. I don't even really see this being a good drafting card. I don't even see myself wanting to draft this. The cost is too high. What it does is really good, but it's just not worth it. So personally, in my opinion, I don't think this card is that great, but some other people do think it's really great. You'll have to let me know what you think about this card. Besides that, though, the artwork of this is phenomenal. And the last card that I wanted to talk about is mainly a card for something like Commander. I think it's really, really great, don't get me wrong, but I just don't see this particularly being utilized all that well in Standard, but maybe, possibly. I am very excited to throw this in a Simic deck, though, in Commander, and see what this baby can do. It is X for a green and a blue. It is Hydroid Crassus. I hope I'm saying that right, and it comes out with a base 0/0. It is a Jellyfish Hydra Beast. That is crazy to me. I don't know, Jellyfish Hydra Beast sounds pretty freaking scary, honestly. It reads, when you cast this spell, you gain half X life and draw half X cards. round down each time, of course. It has flying and it has trample. Of course, it's a jellyfish. And it enters the battlefield with X+1/+1 counters on it. I think that this card is really, really interesting. I do think that this is a mythic that will be worth a couple of dollars, sheerly because I feel like Commander players are really going to want this. I don't play Simic in Commander, but I definitely see this card being a huge inspiration for me, honestly. It's not even the fact that it's really good, I feel like a ton of inspiration from this, and that is something that I'm trying to do in 2019, is just really look at cards and just get more inspiration from them. So this definitely helps my thoughts on that, and continuing that in 2019. But I might actually build a deck maybe focused a lot, not just around this card, but Simic in general. Simic Bad Boys sounds pretty good to me, but that is all of the cards that I really wanted to talk about that I'm really, really loving from Allegiance so far, that are spoiled. There are a couple more spoilers, so I will link them down below in a comment and in the description. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video of spoilers that I particularly think are really, really great from Allegiance so far. Of course, I will continue with the spoiler videos if more good spoilers are spoiled, of course, but I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a like, and if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either which way, but I will talk to you guys again in the next video really soon.